March 12th, 2024 is the exact date and hour referenced in this video. My friend, it's still early. We are, nevertheless, imminently near to receiving payment in full. Hey there, good to see you all again. I pray that today is going well for everyone. Presented to you today is an excellent video. Based on everything you've said, this one sounds perfect for you. Several topics will be covered in this brief film. Just to let us know if you enjoy hearing about XRP, Excel on digital assets, and other stuff, please drop an X in the comments. Give that like button a click. Please spread the word and support us by giving us a thumbs up. Help get the word out about this. Make sure everyone knows the truth about this digital transformation. All right, everyone, let's begin. The price of XRP was $0.69 when this was recorded, down 4.9% from yesterday. It was wise to take this step back. We must pause for a moment. We had a massive run yesterday, as you can see. Earlier on, we had a 20% gain. The 74C was indeed ours, thus more stability between 69 and 70 cents would be wonderful. I will go over our next significant objectives shortly after that. However, overall market sentiment remained negative today due to the unexpectedly high 3.2% increase in US inflation. Guys, the overall value of all cryptocurrencies is down roughly 1% today, so the market largely didn't care. Brad Garlinghouse, good morning. We just got this story. According to Brad Garlinghouse, the practicality of XRP is going to determine its present and future booms. Here is a direct quote that I will read to you. The trading volume of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds has been absolutely phenomenal. We ought to be cut in half. And Bitcoin isn't the only cryptocurrency that's following suit. This optimism needs to be accompanied by practical application now that someone who has been through multiple rounds of crypto is back. According to Garlinghouse, that is the true growth march. We have been discussing this for quite some time, guys. Actual practical applications will form the basis of this bull run. However, the second half of the year begins soon after Bitcoin's April split, when the first half ends. May and June will follow. In my opinion, the second part of this year is going to be absolutely explosive, with XRP and similar coins dominating the market due to their immense popularity and tokenization. Coins like Chainlink, in my opinion, will also be very successful. You can count on XLM to be a part of our team. Also pivotal to that plot is XDC, which had a solid day, increasing 1.6. That brings me immense joy. But we're the best at tokenization and tangible goods. Here, Ripple's CTO David Schwartz discussed the potential integration of blockchain technology with artificial intelligence, the digitization of physical assets, the rise of decentralized identity systems, and the expansion of smart contracts and linked systems. All of these things and areas are important to Ripple. At the film's conclusion, there will be much bullish rhetoric. This leads Rec Capital to believe that XRP is poised for further growth. Getting beyond the wedge and these blue dotted lines will allow us to move on to our next objective, breaking out. This black line support is around $1, so if we can break out of here, that would be the next leg up. So, who is going to challenge $1 XRP at this moment? That is absolutely not the case. It would be fantastic news for the XRP army as a whole if $1 XRP surpasses that target. In addition, while yesterday went well, we are hoping for a boost in energy and activity, and I believe it is on the horizon. We did, in fact, rocket around 20% at one point. For all of you who have been worrying about missing out, particularly since yesterday, while some are going, oh no, others are wondering why they still haven't gathered all of their belongings, we have discussed XRP for a long time. In my opinion, XRP is a commodity that can never be overinvested in. No matter what happens, I will still be purchasing additional XRP. Do you all think I'm going to keep buying XRP? Therefore, I do not intend to discontinue purchasing XRP anytime soon. I will continue even if the price exceeds $1. The longer I can put money aside, the more I can afford to take risks. The future of banking will be devoid of banks. Big banks will be in charge while we operate as our own banks. Now is the time to learn how to stake, how to earn idle income through staking, and what to do with your XRP. If you'd like individual assistance, I also have a Patreon where we can talk privately. I'll provide a link in the comments section. Once again, if you're experiencing fear of missing out and believe you'll be tardy, kindly listen carefully to this video. To me, it conveys a great deal. Basically, that's everything happening at the moment. Can you tell me how much money is in these RAS? Currently, RAS are the only things happening. Right now, you must understand how these RAS function. Because they are friends with many of the donors to Dan's fund, Dan is familiar with them. Those people aren't salespeople who yell out buy, buy. buy, sell this Bitcoin ETF will be the topic of conversation when their most valuable client drops by for stake. They are like completely confused. They perused Barron's that week. They express, I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. Golf is their next activity. According to their other client, this is the deal breaker. A fifth major Cincinnati real estate developer has joined the ETF party, putting $5 million into it. Here is the process. Why is it so sluggish? Because of that, we're just getting started. And a lot of these folks care about the cost. The film is entertaining to watch because it demonstrates the self-sustaining nature of price. It turns into a habit. We've only just begun. These guys aren't really traders. Most of the time, these RAA networks tell their clients, you should think about some X% allocation. They either set aside X% or make it happen and say, hey, we'll do this for you guys. They carry it out. At that point, Dan and I had already seen the whole thing with some friends. At first, they start with 1%. When they reach 5%, they decide, fuck it, we're going to 10%, because they already know how powerful this is. In price action, this makes it very reactive. My family has an office. A big Australian family office is one of the owners in my fund. At first, they were given 1%. The final number was 20%, because once the main person started to understand it, it kept getting stronger and stronger as the price moved up and down. As Dan said, it's still very, very early. Then there are the huge platform models like BlackRock, Fidelity, Morgan Stanley, and JP Morgan, which added to their asset allocation mix all of a sudden. These guys are in charge of about $1 trillion worth of assets. It's the same process after they do it. After that, dollar cost average starts. BlackRock has also talked about doing that. It hasn't even begun yet, I think. That's why those huge amounts of money start coming in too. And we're not talking about businesses. As of now, none of the organizations are really in. Don't forget that the 401,000 plan is also a big deal in the US. Passive funds have done better than active stocks like the NASDAQ and the SP. This is because millennials put this kind of money into their 401,000 every 2 weeks. They can now put Bitcoin into their 401k. So that turns into a bid every 2 weeks that will never end. That doesn't mean it can't go up and down with the economy, but it's a big change in the way things work that most people don't really understand. Finally, guys, we're going to make money this cycle. But one important thing I want you to remember from this movie is that we have a long way to go and a lot of time to make a lot of money. What is the most important thing that you, me, and everyone else should do? It's very simple. We need to do some study. This is what it means to be dedicated to getting good information out, mister. Man, I have hard copies of the things I print and read. Ripple, R3, FSB, BIEIs, PwC, KPMG, bills, and informative articles. We have to keep doing this. Guys, I'm not telling you to only watch my show. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to say bad things about other YouTubers. There are some that I don't watch and some that I find annoying, but that's okay, guys. We're all unique. Everybody is different, but we can all learn from each other. The Ripple partner is now growing in Europe. It came out today. This is absolutely huge. InPay, a European fintech business that is growing quickly, has helped Tranglo grow. Sense a pattern? In Europe, there is a world payment service provider. Implementing instant SEPA made it possible for instant payout services to be available across the region. The partnership that started with 12 key SEPA countries is set to expand Tranglo's reach to an additional 24 European countries. Now, a smart partnership with Ripple. Since 2022, Tranglo has been an important part of Ripple's on-demand liquidity service, which allows for instant cross-border settlements. This came after the successful test of the ODL service, which handled 48 million transactions in its early stages. Ripple's 40% stake in Tranglo in 2021 was